guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. Today I am back with a foundation review. I'm reviewing a skin tint from the drugstore. Super exciting. This is the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. This is a little bit newer to their line and I've been playing around with it and I want to give you my full review. I'm going to show you application, I'll give you a side-by-side before and after, show you how it looks in flash photos, show you how it looks in natural light, and how it holds up throughout the entire day. It's a real full review. So if you enjoy this style of video, be sure to subscribe and be sure to let me know what other foundations you would like me to review, but let's go ahead and get started. Meow. Meow. Let's get started. It's been a while since you made an appearance. Because you're needy. You need your own chair. Here you go. Here, baby. So this retails for $5.99 on the Wet n Wild website. You can buy Wet n Wild in Canada at Walmart, you can buy it at Loblaws and their kind of umbrella of stores. It's becoming more and more available, but new products can be harder to get your hands on in Canada sometimes, but that's just as a heads up. It comes with 0.91 fluid ounces, so almost a full fluid ounce, and the packaging is, I'm pretty sure clear. I'm pretty sure we're actually fully seeing through, which I really like. I have two different shades here because I do need to mix shades, unfortunately. It comes with 12, but the jump in my, near my skin tone, not dissimilar to most ranges, goes from like kind of tanned to like quite a deep shade, so I end up having to mix, unfortunately, even though it is a lighter coverage product, which normally that gives you more grace, but I felt like I needed to mix for my ideal shade. So today I'm going to be mixing the shades Tan, Medium, Deep, and Medium Deep. Again, I know it's not ideal, but that is how I get my shade. So if you are using me to match, this will be too light and this will be too dark. Generally, I am a little bit tanned right now. I've been really getting out, going for my anxiety girl walks. It has hyaluronic acid, squalene, and it's oil-free, sheer to medium coverage. Excuse my cat Rue there. She's really on one here this morning. I'm going to mix it together, but like you can see the two shades there, the deeper one and the lighter one, there's just a little bit missing. I'm going to use their primer. It says the skin looks naturally corrected and reflective. It has yellow brightening things in there, so it's a glass correct primer. They came out with a bunch of primers. Rue is circling me like a shark, if you can hear her clicking on the floor there. Just gonna pop on this primer. Feels really nice. It's definitely a more hydrating primer. If you have an oilier skin type, I would go with a mattifying base under this. I'm not really that oily right now. I'm sweaty because it's so humid and hot in Toronto. Like every day it feels like you're walking out into like someone's bathroom after they've just showered. But I'm not particularly oily. I'm just sweaty. So, and I don't think I'm going outside today. I'm not sure. But I really like this primer. Looks nice on the skin. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and apply this with my fingers, because why not? I'm not going to take out too much. I'm just going to start right there, how about? And, can you see? In the mirror I can see one hair sticking out there. So I mixed it last time. I wonder if I need to mix it again. It looks like it's dark, but because it's sheer, I think I can kind of get away with it. I still think there could be a shade in between the two, perhaps. But I'll show you anyways. It's like, this works because my body is darker than my face, but it doesn't really work. It works, but it doesn't. Because I mixed the two shades the first couple of times, but then I was like, maybe I don't have to. See the difference in the two shades? It's quite light, and then this looks like it's gonna be my skin tone, but I'm gonna mix in just a little bit of this. And I know it's not, I hate to mix colors in reviews because it's not helpful if you're using me as a shade match, which I know a lot of people do, but it's kind of the reality, especially, well, not necessarily especially with my skin tone, but I definitely notice shade ranges of foundations tend to, around my skin tone, have like a light shade that is kind of like a tan shade for somebody who is white, and then we'll have a shade that's quite a bit darker, and then I land somewhere in the middle. So I find that happens a lot with ranges, and that's kind of unfortunately what's happened here. And even though it is a sheer product, it still ends up being too deep for me because I'm also tanned right now. So if I was really my normal color, I definitely would not have a shade. So I'm gonna mix for the other side of my face, I'm just going to mix it on my hand and then rub it in on my face instead of after the fact. But I actually do like it with my fingers. I was talking about this in a glossy video recently, but some products, like, they might look good if you apply them with your fingers, but it doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel gross or greasy or anything. And from what I can tell, there's no SPF listed on here on the Canadian or American. It's semi-matte finish, it says on their website, which is a little bit different than what it says on the bottle. Non-greasy application, silky smooth. But yeah, blends into the skin like a dream. Doesn't really have much of a scent, kind of makeup-y, nothing offensive. And really, really nice coverage. Just evens out the skin. Definitely not semi-matte. It's more whatever they described on the bottle. Softly luminous, but kind of luminous. I also have the glass primer underneath though too. So I'm gonna go ahead now and take some flash photos and put on the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have the rest of my makeup on. Super simple. I actually decided to skip blush and highlight today because I felt like it was doing enough on its own. On my lips, I'll have a lip swatch video of these linked down below. This is one of the Wet n Wild Cloud Paint, or is it Cloud Pout Marshmallow Lip Mousses in the shade Sugarholic. And I'm not a big mousse person when it comes to like foundations or like lip products. It's a little bit dicey. But there's something about the way that these colors look, and they're so buildable that this bright orange becomes just so pretty on the lips. They don't seem to dry down completely matte and have like a crazy long lasting period. It's kind of like they are a little bit moussey, and the more you put on, I feel like the more wears off, but it can kind of last like a stain. Anyways, I'm gonna keep testing these out a little bit, but I thought I would mention it. But as for my skin, I think it looks really, really good. I think you can see though that like on their website, I don't know why they have it as like natural matte or something. I don't agree. I think it's more of the more naturally glowy. But that would be, like, I think most people's preference for a type of product like this anyways, but I'm just pointing it out. Feels really lightweight on the skin, looks really, really pretty. And for flash photos, I thought it looked really, really good, especially here with my lighting and in natural light. It looks super, super pretty. You can see there's a nice sheen to the skin. You can see my freckles are showing through. And then in flash photo, I thought it performed pretty well. Not a ton of flashback. I don't see any listed SPF. And because my skin is showing through, generally products like that are going to perform better with flash because you're not going to have like a white cast that's reflecting back into the flash. So I thought it looked really, really pretty. And what was the other point I had? Oh, it does look a little bit shiny though, but that's kind of to be expected with a product like this. I wouldn't say that it, you know, it says it has a non-greasy application, and I wouldn't say that it has a greasy application, but if you are the type of person that tends to like something more matte, you may sort of feel that way when you're left with a bit of a sheen to your skin. And that's going to be kind of personal preference. It's not a bad thing. I liked the look. So I'm going to go ahead and wear this for a few hours, and I will check back with you in some natural light. Hey guys, coming to you with my midday check-in. I think you can see things, oh, this hair didn't fix it. I think you can see things look really, really good, but that being said, I've been sitting in my air-conditioned apartment editing and on the phone with the CRA, so hasn't had much wear and tear, but it looks really, really beautiful. I'm probably going to get out for a walk in a little bit. It's heat warning every single day here in Toronto, and I have not been wearing makeup on my walks, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's kind of all that's going on here, but things look really good. Feels really, really lightweight, and looks beautiful on the skin. I was filming some Instagram stories and stuff this morning, and I was like, things look good. And you can see my freckles coming through on my nose, which I really, really like. So I will continue to wear this for a few more hours, and I will check back with you this evening. Hey, Boo Kid. Okay, it's the end of the day. I just got back from a walk, and I figured we would demask together. It's so hot in Toronto. But I wasn't wearing a mask for my full walk. Really, I only wore it for about 2 minutes in Shoppers Drug Mart, and then coming in and out of my building. You can see it's like off my nose there. I definitely lost quite a bit right here too, where my sunglasses are. Like, I am sweaty. It's currently like 30 degrees, feels like 40, whatever that is in Fahrenheit for Americans, I have no idea. Double it and add a little bit? Sure. But I have worn this a few times, and I will say I have been impressed. The first few times I wore it though, I did use a setting spray. If you have an oilier skin type, set it with a powder foundation, mattifying powder. On top of it, mattifying primer. You can even put a little loose powder under it, and setting spray. It has a gorgeous finish. I love the way it looks on my skin. I wouldn't say, like, it's not claiming to be the most long-lasting, like, heat-resistant product ever anyways, so I don't fault it for that because I think it held up pretty good considering. My main qualm with it, I guess, is I would love to see some more shades. It's not like a horrible range, but 20 shades perhaps, 16, like 12 is a little bit lower than I would like, but overall I recommend it. I think if you have a drier skin type, you'll like it, and a more normal skin type as well, and then combo oily, you'll need to do a little bit more work. I didn't notice it oxidized. I did have to mix those two shades together to get my perfect shade. Again, that's a little bit of a bummer, but overall I think it is a good product, and the price range is there. It's cruelty-free and vegan, which is exciting, so a little bit lower risk when it comes to spending your money and not knowing if you're going to enjoy it. If you tend to like very sheer, like to light coverage products that have a dewier finish and have decent lasting power, then this is it's a good option. I've yet to try the Maybelline Tinted Moisturizer. This is more dewy than the NYX one that was out. Their skin tint, it's more, it has less coverage than the NARS Tinted Moisturizer. It has less coverage than most of the popular tinted moisturizers, and is on the more dewy side as well in comparison to a lot of the high end as well. So I will have my other tinted moisturizer reviews linked down below just so you can compare if you'd like to, but let me know what you think of this product. Are you curious to try it for yourself? And as always, if you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!